Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Meese Field at St. Mary's High School in Medford, Oregon. First game of a doubleheader between the St. Mary's Crusaders and the Sutherlin Bulldogs. Have a fly ball out to center field. The out recorded by St. Mary's. We're just kind of jumping in here a little bit late, but that will end the Sutherlin Bulldog threat in the top of the first. The Bulldogs get a runner in scoring position, but are unable to bring him around. And that will end the Bulldog threat in the top of the first. We'll be right back after these messages on TableRockSports.net. Welcome back to Meese Field. Bottom of the first. St. Mary's coming up for their first at-bats of today's ball game. Jim McCoy here along with Taylor Franklin. He's running the camera today. And the Crusaders coming to the plate. Game one of a doubleheader between the Crusaders and Sutherlin Bulldogs. The Crusaders, one of 4 teams in the Oregon 3A Top 10. Oh, and 1 the count to the leadoff hitter for St. Mary's. St. Mary's ranked number 8 in the Oregon 3A. Sutherlin in conference play, winless thus far in the season. And we have a bounding ball out to left field. That'll be a base hit for the St. Mary's leadoff hitter. That is Travis Johnson. So the leadoff man aboard for the Crusaders, who are going with Bo Aldrich on the hill. Runner heads down to second. And St. Mary's gets another runner aboard. That's Ian Lawrence. So 2 men on with nobody down here in the bottom of the first. A little bit of a late start here this afternoon. Just trying to settle in. Very windy day today, and I think there's been a little bit in question whether we would be able to get these games in, but here we are. And St. Mary's off to a very good start against Sutherlin. From our vantage point, we'll do the best we can to try to get some of these numbers picked up as quickly as we can. 2 men aboard for the Crusaders. St. Mary's coming into today's action 3-4 league record, a 10-6 overall mark. Bouncing ball, play over to third base to get the lead runner, throw across to first. They get the lead runner, so Sutherlin, their starting pitcher, doing a nice job there of playing some heads-up defense, getting the lead man, erasing him, and Aldrich for St. Mary's gets on the fielder's choice. So as you see your John L. Scott scoreboard, 2 men on, 1 gone, no score in the opening game of the doubleheader between the St. Mary's Crusaders and Sutherlin Bulldogs. Drive out to deep left field. It's going back, way back, and it'll bounce in front of the wall. Throw comes into the infield. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Eli Haynes is on with a double as the Crusaders draw first blood. So the St. Mary's Crusaders. And you can see that wind, all the dust in the infield, and now we have a fly ball out to right field. The out recorded. The runner's going to tag up, and he advances to third. Two gone in the inning. The out recorded by the right fielder for the Sutherlin Bulldogs. First pitch to the Crusaders cleanup man goes for a strike. 0-1 the count. Feels like we're in Bandon or something this afternoon. It's just crazy wind today, blowing in from left field. Familiar with St. Mary's, kind of coming in over the berm. Count now 1-2. And the runner at third. Little line drive to left center field, base hit. So the Crusaders pick up another run here in the opening frame. With the base wrap, Jake Pivaroff. Just a nice clean line drive out there to left center field, and now St. Mary's finds themselves up 3-0 to open the ball game. So Bo Aldrich, who had a strong top of the first before we went to air, now has some support behind him. That'll take a nice little bit of pressure off of him. Another line drive that will fall into center field. Another base hit for the Crusaders. Getting aboard, senior Grant Russo. So now we have runners at first and second with 2 out here in the inning. Opening pitch to the number 5 man in the Crusaders order. Goes for a ball. Count goes 1-0. St. Mary's, 3 runs here in the inning and an opportunity to do more damage. Fly ball. Center fielder for Sutherlin records the out. And that will do it for the Crusaders here in the inning. They pick up 3 runs to start the ball game, and we'll be back with the top of the second right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
You're a coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to Meese Field in Medford as the Crusaders and the Bulldogs square off for a Friday doubleheader. With 3 runs in the bottom of the first, St. Mary's looking to keep their playoff hopes alive, put themselves in pretty good stead here to open the ball game. First pitch to the leadoff man here in the inning, bouncing ball to shortstop. Alan Gomez has a little bit of trouble with it. And the Sutherlin hitter, Kiki Diaz, gets on, leading off here in the top of the second. Throw over to first. Len Diaz knows, it's like, yeah, I see you over there. Hitter shows bunt. That's going to go foul, and I think that's going to be one of the effects of the wind today. That wind blowing in over from left field up over the berm and out towards the freeway entrance, not far from here, and it's blowing in such a way that might be blowing a ball or two foul, particularly something hit like a bunt. This one's fouled off. So Diaz, the runner for Sutherlin, remains at first. Now he's going to need to swing away with 2 strikes on him. And a called strike 3. Bo Aldrich takes down the Sutherlin hitter. 1 out in the inning. Diaz, the runner at first. Aldrich on the hill for the Crusaders. First pitch, the runner goes. Throw down to second. They got him. Throw looked like it was just a wee tad high, but St. Mary's catcher, Ian Lawrence, had good mustard on it, and the throw beats the runner, and so now there is 2 down in the top of the second. St. Mary's defensively, Tyson Del Planche, see him over in right field. Strike the call there. Playing over at first base is Travis Johnson. Over at second, wearing number 12, is Alan Gomez. Swing and a miss. And St. Mary's gets out of the inning. No runs, no hits, one Crusader error. We'll be back with the top of the second right here on TableRockSports.net.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Sherm's Thunderbird Market has been serving Southern Oregon for over 50 years. We are thankful and proud to be able to say that our employees are like family, and we certainly couldn't serve Southern Oregon so well without them.
I love my job, and what better place to work than for the people who care about you and your community.
We really are treated more like family rather than just employees.
Our loyal customers make my job fun and more enjoyable.
Sherm's is now hiring. Go to our website to see what positions are available.
Every 5 years, the Medford Parks and Rec Foundation and the Medford Sports Hall of Fame Committee add new names to the list of legendary athletes and contributors to Medford athletics. This year's induction ceremony takes place October 22nd at the Rogue Valley Country Club, and applications for the next round of inductees are available now. You can pick one up at Cascade Athletic Supply. Pronto Print, we have a ground ball to second base. One down in the inning. And headed back to the Crusader bench, C.J. Sutherlin. I don't believe I've ever called a game where it was windy enough that you had to worry about your laptop blowing off the table, but that is what I tell you what, you do this long enough and you get a little bit of everything. Strike the call to the next Crusader hitter in the order. A little hard to make out his number from here and then from this angle, and then I know with St. Mary's it'll be even more challenging with that blue on black. Bouncing ball to shortstop. The throw across the infield is in time. Retired is the Crusaders' first baseman, Travis Johnson. Now coming up, that'll bring up Ian Lawrence, Crusader catcher. Two down here in the bottom of the second. Bouncing ball out to center field, base hit. So Lawrence is aboard. Just like that. At least to these eyes, it would seem that the Crusaders being fairly aggressive at the plate today, and it's paying dividends as evidenced by the scoreboard. Not a whole lot, not really any walks, but just a lot of good, clean, crisp hits to the outfield. Courtesy runner comes in. John Healy will come in and run for Lawrence. Taking a little lead there off of second base. Throw over. Gets in under the tag. of the Bulldogs first baseman Tyler Cortez. Have a hit batsman, so that sends Aldrich down to out of the stretch he fires. Looks at a ball, count goes 1-0. A little hard to make out that number from here, but I believe we have Haynes up to hit. Bouncing ball to third base, throw down to second. The out is recorded, and that will end affairs for the Crusaders in the bottom of the second. Crusaders get hit and a hit batsman, but they're unable to do anything with it. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with more baseball action on TableRockSports.net right after this.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community. Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We go to the top of the third. Bo Aldrich, starting pitcher today, the right-hander for the Crusaders. Sailing along so far in this outing. The Crusaders scoring all three of their runs in the home half of the first. Swing and a miss. So the count 0-1. In Oregon 3A Special District 4, mentioned there are 4 teams from this league that are in the top 10 right now, and one just outside it. The Cascade Christian Challengers, number 1 in the state right now. They're playing Brookings Harbor, second place team ranked number 6 in the state. Doubleheader was supposed to originally played in Brookings, but they're playing it over just across the freeway from us, over at Lithia and Driveway Fields. Count 2-1 right now. But looking at the league standings, Challenger 7-0, Brookings Harbor 5-2, South Umpqua 4-3, and the Crusaders 3-4. Aldrich taking down the leadoff hitter in the inning for Sutherlin. And we just start to get a few raindrops to fall, and that's going to definitely make things interesting here. And hits batsman is the call. And that will send Aiden Diaz down to first base. So a runner aboard for the Crusaders. Sutherlin looking to try to get on the board and also in search of their first league win of the season. The runner goes, Diaz, and he's safe. So the Bulldogs with the runner in scoring position. Count 1-0 to the Sutherlin hitter. Aldrich comes to the plate. And now the count goes even at 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Aldrich pitching just the way you like if you're a Crusader. He's working quick. And he's throwing strikes, and as a matter of fact, he just struck out another Bulldog hitter. So 2 gone in the inning. Diaz, the runner, down at second. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. But yeah, if you're a coach or a player, you like those guys that work quickly, that keep you engaged in the game, and they keep your outings out defensively short. That pitch low, and it looks like we've got hit batsman for Sutherlin, unofficially by our count. That's Logan Fultz that is now the runner at first. So we have runners at first and second. And 2 down. Right-handed hitter from this perspective. Don't have a number on him yet, but we'll try to get him for you as quickly as we can. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So again, it's Diaz down in scoring position at second. At first is Logan Fultz. Comes to the plate. Strike, the call. Pitcher ahead, then 0-1. Actually make that 1-1 now. Get that scoreboard caught up for you. Comes to the plate. And the runners go, move up with no resistance from the Crusaders. So now runners at second and third, 1-2 the count to the Sutherlin hitter. Swing and a miss. So Aldrich, a little bit of a jam there in the top of the third, but he gets out of it. No runs, no hits, and no Crusaders errors. We'll pause for messages, recognize our sponsors, and then we'll be back with more right here on TableRockSports.net.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our New Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Back at Meese Field at St. Mary's High School, we go to the bottom of the third. St. Mary's with 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and they have been relatively quiet since, but are still getting runners aboard as they go up against Bryson McGarvey. He'll wind and fire. First pitch is a ball. And now, on the next offering, the count goes even at 1-1. Little bouncing ball out to shortstop. Throw across the infield. It gets away from the first baseman. And motoring into second on the error, that's Alan Gomez. So he had time to make the throw. Just throw got a little bit away from the Sutherlin shortstop. So the Crusaders now with an opportunity to extend their 3-run lead. Yeah, you can hear and see that wind kicking up pretty good by now. Just pleasantly surprised so far that chance of rain pretty significant throughout the afternoon. It has held off. Oh, and 1 the count. And the ball gets away from the Sutherland catcher and down to third. Goes the runner Gomez. So 1-1 with nobody out. An opportunity knocking for the Crusaders. This pitch fouled off. And over to the track and field infield here at St. Mary's. Probably not more than about 50 feet away from us. And McGarvey ahead of the hitter, 1-2. Pop up down the right field line, but as you can see from the camera shot there, that this one goes foul. So home. Pitch, swing, and a miss. So McGarvey gets an important strikeout. Or 1 down. Pitch popped up foul. Bulldogs trying to converge on that, but it ends up sailing over their dugout down the first base side, and back to the drawing board we go. Grant Russo, Crusader outfielder, trying to see what he can do about putting another number up on the board for the Crusaders, who have held a 3-0 lead since the first inning. Next pitch. And the count. Even now at 1-1. Contact, bouncing ball down the shortstop. Shortstop has a little bit of trouble with it. And they've got Russo in a rundown. And he's out at second. So you could hear the call from the Bulldogs bench that as the ball was overthrown and Russo started to make a run towards second, you hear tag him, tag him, tag him. And that's what he did. The good news for St. Mary's, however, is that the Gomez scores to make it a 4-0 ball game. But now with the out at second, and now the next hitter coming up, Tyson Del Planche, is out, and that will end things for the Crusaders in the bottom of the third. It is now a 4-0 ball game as St. Mary's scores in that inning. We'll be back with more in 1 minute.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Meesfield will go to the top of the fourth. St. Mary's now with a 4-0 lead. Aldrich on the hill. Getting it done today. First pitch goes for a ball. And now this one will go out of play. Count now goes to 3-1 against the Sutherlin hitter. Now fills up at 3-2. What little trouble Aldrich has gotten into. He's always managed to get himself out of it quickly, as he does there. Count payoff pitch results in a strikeout. Yeah, it always seems like when he needs that out pitch, when he gets a little bit of a jam, he gets the pitch he needs, delivers it, and gets out of the trouble. And now he's ahead against this hitter as the count goes 0-1. Pitch goes for a strike. Pitcher's count now at 0-2. Called strike 3. That went in the dirt. Sutherlin got runners as far as second and third, but unable to capitalize. Right now we have a Bulldog hitter working a good count against Aldrich. And he'll look at strike one. You always wonder on that 3-0 count. Will the coach let him swing away if he sees a good one, or is he going to make him take all the way? And Sutherlin able to work a walk. That's Tyler Cortez playing first base for the Bulldogs today. He is now down at first with 2 down in the inning. Trying to see if he can't get his team on the board. Aldrich opening with a strike. Out of the stretch. And the count goes even now at 1-1. That one popped up. Aldrich will take care of it himself, and that will take care of the Bulldogs in the fourth. They get a runner aboard on a walk, but no hits, no runs. And after we take this quick timeout, we'll be back with the bottom of the fourth.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
St. Mary's Crusaders looking to run their league record to 4-4 and their overall mark on the year to 11-6. They lead in the ball game 4-0, and they have an opportunity to tack on more against a Bulldogs team that is at this point playing for pride. And no doubt it would be a highlight for their season if they could play a spoiler role, as we have 4 teams looking pretty strong, including the Crusaders, in the top of Special District 4. Little line drive to right center field, base hit. Getting aboard, C.J. Sutherlin, freshman. Just nice, solid contact. And the leadoff man on. Throw over to first. Keeping him honest. McGarvey looks over to first, comes to the plate. This one popped up on the infield. Having a little bit of trouble, but reeling it in successfully, Ely Palm. And we have 1 down in the inning. McGarvey. Out of the stretch, he winds and fires. And the first pitch called a ball. Next pitch, ground ball, throw across the infield, not in time. Infield hit for Ian Lawrence. So the Crusaders have 2 men on the paths. And as we saw earlier in the ball game, Lawrence will come out for a courtesy runner, which you can do in the high school ranks. That'll give John Healy an opportunity to stretch his legs. Throw over to second. It ends up rolling out in the outfield. Runners at first and second. And this one fouled out of play. As the count goes 0-1. Heads up play defensively for the Sutherlin Bulldogs. So what looked like an opportunity for St. Mary's to extend their lead ends up going for naught. We'll go to the top of the 5th, and it's a 4-0 ball game. We'll be back following these messages.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between 7,000. Be there.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Back at Meese Field, and what an adventure this afternoon has been in terms of there was a wind warning for the Rogue Valley, and that has been true to form. Of all the times for the weatherman to be right on game day. Fortunately, while the forecast is called for rain this afternoon, other than a random drop here or there, it hasn't really been hasn't been that bad. But you'll see those moments where the skies will open up a little bit. It'll be nice and, at least semi-bright for a little bit. And then we get this. It's had no effect on Bo Aldrich, though, for the Crusaders. He's been right on top of it. Fly ball hit out to left field. Believe that's Russo there to make the catch. One down in the inning. Line drive, it is speared by Travis Johnson. Another pitch, another out for Aldrich and the Crusaders. That hit by Aiden Diaz. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And now Aldrich ahead of the count, 1-2. But this sequence, really a microcosm of what his afternoon's been like. Line drive hit. The infielder for the Crusaders, the third baseman, unable to hang on. I'm guessing that would probably be scored an error and not a hit, but however you slice it, Sutherlin has a man aboard, Thomas Mentes. Pitch low, count goes 1-0. Next offering. Hitter looks. And now the count 3-0. Few drops starting to fall. Bulldog hitter thought he had it, but not so fast, says the umpire. That one's called a strike, so the count goes to 3-1. Now he'll take the stroll down to first base. Two men aboard for Sutherlin as Tyler Cortez draws the walk against Aldrich. And now Coach Josh Aldrich going to have a little convo at the mound. A little meeting of the minds here. 2 out. We are in the, let me update that there for you. We are in the top of the 5th. This game has been a quick affair. By baseball standards. Aldrich looks back to second. Pitch call, the strike. Count goes 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that next pitch, swing and a miss. And now we got some real rain starting to fall. So, if you'll pardon me for the moment here, we're going to try to get some things tarped up here. Thank you. And just you were able to catch, thankfully, the action on camera as we tried to cover up here, but St. Mary's able to work their way out of the jam. So right now we'll take a quick momentary break, then we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. The Crusaders up 4-0. We'll be right back.
From the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
See what's going on while we try and wrestle with this. Count 2-0 to the Crusader hitter. And a bouncing ball to shortstop. Throw across the infield is in time. So Alan Gomez goes down. As our camera tries to blow away on us, it goes dark here for a second. We'll try to get that back for you guys. There we go. One and one the count with two down here in the inning. Nice hard ground ball hitting the hole. Bulldog shortstop going to put that in his pocket as Jake Pivaroff gets aboard with 2 out in the inning. Here in the bottom of the fifth. So you think Joe Buck ever has to worry about stuff like this? Taylor says, probably not. And I'm thinking, no. Of course, there might be some people saying, yeah, I know who Joe Buck is, Jim, and you're not him. Grant Russo gets aboard now with 2 out in the inning. St. Mary's with 2 men on the base paths. While we've had some adventurous conditions, it's been a relatively quiet game, and it has been all St. Mary's. Crusaders taking that early 3-0 lead. That one's pounded into the dirt. Count 0-1. 2 down and 2 men on. Bouncing ball, the shortstop. Had a little bit of trouble with it. It ends up on the edge of the grass. And that'll bring a man home. St. Mary's now up 5-0 in the ball game. That ground ball just ate up the Bulldog shortstop. Ball hit wide of first. So Tyson Del Planche gets on. He's down at second. He's down at first, I should say. Over at second is Russo. And the Crusaders extend their lead. Pitch fouled back. So the count 0-2. Crusaders currently sitting in fourth, a game behind the South Umpqua Lancers. Brookings Harbor and Cascade Christian doing business here in town this afternoon as well. No doubt the Crusaders would like to work their way into one of those top 2 spots, but by continuing to win, they might be able to help themselves out with an at-large berth. There's still a lot to be settled. Next on the schedule for the Crusaders after today's doubleheader, they'll go up against their crosstown rivals next week for a 3-game set. Bouncing ball hit the shortstop, throw across the infield. There's a clean play, and that'll do it for the Crusaders in the inning. They extend their lead to 5-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between 7,000 and there.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is MotorTrend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
At Meese Field, we go to the top of the 6th. Crusaders leading in the ball game by a score of 5-0, and Bo Aldrich giving way to Grant Russo. So for Aldrich, if this were a soccer game, we would say he had a clean sheet today. No runs given up in the ball game. And I'm not even sure, there's been a couple of hit balls that, depending upon how your scorekeeper looks at it, maybe even rule those errors instead of hits. But nonetheless, the important part where Mr. Aldrich is concerned is that he kept runs off the board and his team's up 5-0. And now Russo into the ball game, coming in from left field to work here in the top of the 6th. First pitch goes for a ball. That pitch fouled off as the count goes even. Bulldog hitter showing patience at the plate. Now he's ahead in the count. Going to see some pitches from Russo and make him work a little. Now a pitch called for a strike. That'll run the count full at 3-2. Line drive, head out to left field. And the catch is made. Well, actually, he ends up getting aboard. My apologies on that. So, leadoff man here in the top of the 6th gets aboard and sees if he can't get something going. 5-0, a good lead, but not an impossible lead. That's Flora that gets aboard. Count now at 0-1. So Flora, the runner at first. Nobody out. Bouncing ball. Aldrich now over at third. Watches that one skip away. Flora will make his way back to first. Next pitch, and now the count goes 1-2. Count now goes 2-2. Catcher has a little bit of trouble with that pitch, and the runner goes. And Flora moves up. So Bulldogs with nobody out, runner in scoring position. Full count to the Sutherlin hitter. Fly ball hit out to right field. Del Planche makes the catch. There's one down, and the runner will tag up and advance. But there you can see that wind giving him a little bit of trouble. Del Planche did a good job of looking that one in. But now, a little bit of contact. Sutherlin might be able to get a run on the board. Russo on in relief. His first inning of work. That pitch low. Count 1-1. One out. Ball in the infield, throw down to first. So a nice big out there for Russo. That one just kind of in a spot where the runner at third dare not go. So Russo ends up making the throw to first and takes care of that one. So 2 gone in the inning. Shot out intact. And a strike the call. This is the first game of a doubleheader, and we'll bring you both of those games on TableRockSports.net. I want to thank all of our YouTube subscribers, the new ones that we've picked up in the last few months. And pitch goes for a ball, so the count goes 2-1. So the question is, are you a subscriber? Well, if you're not, you can become one by going to our YouTube channel. Look up Table Rock Sports, become a subscriber. And one of the things I like on my phone throughout the course of the day, when new video comes up or a new game comes up, I get a notification on it. And it keeps me up to date with all that's going on in the world of Southern Oregon sports. Jeremy Lepre gets aboard, so now we have runners at the corners with 2 out in the inning. Here comes the pitch. Little dance in the batter's box. And the count goes 2-0. There's a strike. That one a little off target, and the count goes to 3-1. Next pitch, that one called a strike. Russo's thrown a lot of pitches in this inning, but he's hanging tough in this ball game. Runner goes. And the ball gets away. A throw across the infield, and that'll bring home a run as Sutherlin gets on the board. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Top of 6. Ely Palm at first. Also have a runner at third. Throw over to first. Palm gets his uniform dirty. So now he's official for the day. Next pitch fouled off. Russo comes to the plate. Del Planche there, and he makes the catch. So Sutherlin scores in the inning. They leave a couple of runners on, and it's a 5-1 ball game. So Russo gets out a little bit of a jam there, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, and we'll have that for you coming up on the other side of this break.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Bottom 6. Shutout gone now for the Crusaders, but an opportunity here to get that run back. McGarvey started the ball game, going the distance here. Not a whole lot of numbers for that Sutherlin roster. They have 11 on their varsity roster. But it looks like, from the looks of it, that Coach Brett Prock is giving a number of his players an opportunity to see time on the mound. Little pop up to left field. And the left fielder ends up dropping the ball. Looked like he had it and had just a little bit of trouble closing the glove on it. And Crusaders have a man on in Travis Johnson. Runner goes. And Lawrence is out, but not before Johnson moves all the way to third on the play. So there's one down. And Bo Aldrich plates another run. He the pitcher of record in the ball game. And the lead is back at 5. Aldrich through the first 5 innings. Now another line drive out to right field. So station to station they'll go as Eli Haynes gets aboard. One down, Haynes at first, Aldrich at second. McGarvey comes to the plate. Strike, and that count goes 0-1. Next pitch. goes for a strike, and the count goes 0-2. Bouncing ball, that hit wide of third. So the hitter stays alive with 2 men on and 1 down in the inning. Next pitch in the dirt. Gets away from the third baseman. Aldrich is going to try to come around and score. And he does. So trouble for the Bulldogs. And St. Mary's capitalizes. To extend the lead. Bouncing ball. And the shortstop loses the handle on it. It kicks off the heel of his glove. And now St. Mary's picks up another run as the score goes to 8-1. So the St. Mary's runner on first is Alan Gomez. He's going to take off. The hitter, Jake Pivaroff, shows bunt as the count goes 0-2. Pitch, swing and a miss. And that'll send Pivaroff off to the bench. 2 down in the inning. McGarvey, ball hit, kind of finds that in between spot, falls into right field, base hit. Grant Russo gets aboard. And we've got runners at the corners with 2 out. High pop out to short center field. Wind kind of carries that a little funny, but the out is recorded, and the Crusaders extend their lead. It's an 8-1 ball game. We'll be back with the top of the 7th. One final opportunity for a comeback by Sutherlin right after these messages.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During the Memorial Day sales event, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Top of the 7th, Grant Russo remains on the hill for the Crusaders. He came on in the 6th in relief of Bo Aldrich, who started the game. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Next pitch. Del Planche, Johnson, and Gomez there. Making the catch is Del Planche. One gone in the inning. First pitch, or the next Sutherlin hitter, goes for a ball. Count goes 1-0. Now a ball hit to short. And the nice play. Throw was in time. Good heads-up play on the hit ball by Logan Fultz. 2 down. So the Bulldogs down to their final out of the ball game. That first pitch, high and inside. And that'll go for a strike. Throw down to first after that last pitch, and the runner gets back. Count 1-1 with 2 out. Throw back to the catcher, a little overthrown, but Gomez there. Don't think I've called a game quite like this in a while. It seemed like I can recall a number of years back, though, a game between North Valley and Cascade Christian in football where it was very windy and both teams thought they were going to try to throw the football a lot in that ball game, and you can imagine how that went. And the kicker for Cascade in that ball game tried to kick a game-winning 49-yard field goal and couldn't deliver. And you can imagine why. Flora there ends up drawing the walk with 2 down. So now we have runners at first and second. Russo, first pitch in the dirt. And the count 1-0. Kiki Diaz ends up looked like a hit batsman situation there, and now the base is full here with 2 out. Fly ball hit out to right field. Del Plancha's there, and the game is over. The St. Mary's Crusaders run their league record to 4-4. Starting things off in fine fashion and picking up the win on the mound is Bo Aldrich. Russo on in relief. And the Crusaders pick up the win. What we'll do right now is we'll take a little break for a little bit, and then we're going to get settled in. We'll be bringing you game number 2 here in a little while. The Crusaders and the Bulldogs. The final on the first game, though, 8-1. Our congratulations to everybody playing the game. And for my cameraman, Taylor Franklin, I'm Jim McCoy. And be sure to tune in for the nightcap of today's Twin Bell coming up shortly.